You know, there was once a time when clowns were considered to not be creepy. Why are you pressing his belt button? Signed Arsenal shirts. Gordon Banks signed shirt, look. Wow. There's Johnny Walker walking while I'm talking. But I'm more of a wanderer, a ponderer. Minic. I don't know what that is. How about that for a rocking chair, mate? Look.
Tucked away in the concrete sprawl of the mighty city of Bangkok, down a street that looks more suited to a dodgy mechanic's garage than a cultural treasure trove, lies one of Thailand's best kept secrets. Well, it was until everybody started putting it on YouTube. Welcome to Papaya Studio, part vintage store, part museum, part psychedelic mushroom dream. This place is like stepping into your eccentric uncle's attic, if your uncle happened to be Indiana Jones, Salvador Dali and a retired Elvis impersonator all rolled into one. It's 4 floors of wrong video. It's 4 stories of glorious curated chaos. Curated, that's why it's expensive. There's antique furniture stacked to the ceiling, life-size superhero statues peering around corners, and enough retro oddities to make a hoarder weep tears of joy. 1 minute, you're brushing past a velvet sofa from a 1960s Parisian brothel. The next, you're locking eyes with a taxidermy ostrich wearing aviator goggles. It's surreal, it's sublime, it's slightly ridiculous, it's mental. It's basically what happens when nostalgia, madness and good taste get absolutely spangled together and start decorating. So if you're into the bizarre, the beautiful and the what in the name of Liberace is that, stick around, wanderers. We're diving deep into the labyrinth that is Papaya Studio today, Thailand's largest antique and vintage wonderland. Join us.
Oh, hello, sir. You look like a right nonce. Oh, it's a doorway. Oh, look, Ultraman. Ultraman. Flying across the bar. Hello, Ultraman. Ultraman. With no pants on. Boop. Sorry, Ultraman.
I went through the looking glass and now I'm on the top floor of the rabbit hole.
Thames freighter. I want that. I'm sure these aren't cheap, but look at these. These are beautiful, aren't they? Vespers and your own little trailer. What is this? This is Minic. I don't know what that is. If you do know what that is, please let me know in the comments below. I've got no idea. I just know it's a 125. Oh. I can't show you everything. If you see something you like, then let me know. It's all the electricals and TVs and stereos and record players and everything else over there. What a fine place. A few bonny babies being strolled about in them. robot, don't know, peanut machine? Not as good as Brian Jack's. A few bikes. You know, early electric bike there as well. Look, there's nothing much to show you there. There's an early electric bike there. Couple here, look. Some beautiful toys from yesteryear when they used to make toys properly. Oh, if I'd only had the foresight to bring a bit more money. Oh, my mate's kid had one of them. Very similar. Okay, this is where the trunks are, where Sinbad the Sailor and all his mates went off to seek glory. A few of them, isn't there? Look. What is that? Lounging, kicking back and lounging. That's what this place is all about, look. I do like a bit of carving. Have a print. Loads of furniture here. I want to take you downstairs to the electrical soon, which interests me a lot more. Let's have a look at some of this artwork first though, look. Oh, look at that. It's a good shot, isn't it? It's like the Beatles had a wall of sound. These have got a wall of guitars, look. As Del Boy said, this place is Papaya, Bangkok. Jesus, guarded by Stormtrooper and Batman. Good enough, mate. Good enough. Go and look at the electricals, mate. That's nice. And a fine little tash, sir. Right, this place has drawn me in. Oh no, it was down another one. Oh look, we're still on the furniture, but this stuff is a little bit more kitsch and a bit more bright and whatever other cringe words I can think of, but look. I do like a bit of colour. And look, they got a pair of these elephant chairs. Look at that, it's beautiful, isn't it? Sex Pistols guitar, look.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
it's more nice.
Yeah. Sorry, on you go, mate. Johnny Walker, JB Wonders.
We've been living in sin so long, all the fields are gone. Fella stopped me on the street last night, said everything's alright. Roller coaster, make it through the day, I'm right. It seems your meal ticket is gone, but life goes on. I could never imagine something better. Yeah, right. Now you're cooking on high heat in the middle street. Roller coaster, take me to a better time. Let's go. Oh, sing your highline with the roller.
I'm trying not to talk too much because my grandma actually said that I'd been vaccinated with a gramophone needle. She did indeed, and she's probably right. I can talk for England. Oh, that's almost the same as my dad's, look. 40 odd years ago, look at that. Expensive bits of kit back in the day, I think, you know. Pair of these monsters as well, look. The bass will be bopping. Bopping? Sorry, I'll shut up. Look, I can't show you everything, so I'm going to show you the bright stuff and stuff that catches my eye. Right, Treacle, how you doing? What's French? It's got 2 thumbs and likes blowjobs. Moi. Right there. Just talking to the ladies, Jake.
Chatting them up.
Yeah. All right, Treacle, how you doing? I knock 'em bandy, mate, with me banter. Take him out for a Bernie steakhouse, mate, a steak meal, a slap on the bum. Loads of artwork through there, which is obviously subjective to everyone. Mirrors. So if you need to rack out a quick line, then you crack on, mate. Not my cup of tea. Oh. Spliff holders, look. Test tubes, but not these days. Oh, this could have been the chair that Teddy Sheringham and Gazza used all those years ago. Oh, now that, my friend, looks like a gynecologist's chair, so, The medical section, that looks like a teenager. Look at this way, the way his shoulders are slumped and his arms are down. What is that? Oh, that's pretty cool. It's made out of an old toolbox, look. Off me kettle. Very cool robot shizzle. Hello. No, nobody there, mate. Wow, this reminds me, and this smells of yesteryear. Trophies won by people who are long since dead, probably, and books read by many people again who are long since passed. Somehow the memories are still kept alive. Here at Papaya. There's Johnny Walker walking while I'm talking, but I'm more of a wanderer, a ponderer. This might be a bit dangerous. I'm not going to sit in there, look. Yeah. I've lost half my body weight, but I'm still not that confident, look. Like the Monopoly people, don't they? Laura Ashley, that's a nice sofa. If anybody wants a watch, if this is proof that giants once roamed this planet, then there you go, mate. Giants watches. Oh yeah. What do we got here? Load of kitsch nonsense. A play aeroplane. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Price tag's been on there so long, the pen's run out. Is that a real dog? No. Oh, Tutankhamun, my grandma had one of them above the fireplace for years. People used to bribe her to get rid of it. She never did, bless her. You alright, sausage? Yeah. A few signs at Jupiter Tokyo Bar, Cristal, Sub-Bay wine cooler. When that first came out, my missus had the whole collection of these on the back shelf of her car. You wouldn't believe it now, she's so sensible, but yeah, she loved that when it first came out. That's a zebra. Zebra to some. I was just about to say that, sir, you look a bit spangled, right? Dapper, but spangled. And then you look at her and you think, she looks a little spangled too. Look, you think, is it enough having those kind of earrings? And then you look down here, look. Howdy, girl. Who doesn't like a good gobble at Christmas, or a good gobbler, shall we say? It's what we call wife beater in England. We're that with a white vest, and you are winning, mate. Bacardi Breezer. Oh, this is almost bordering on obsession. Oh man, remember the quirky phones? Look, there's a banana phone. 214477. That's my childhood number. That was similar to my grandma. She used to put a money pot next to the phone and tell everyone to put 10p into the pot when they've used the phone. There's so much stuff here, I can't show you it all. Look. They were the height of sophistication, mate. Touch dial phones. Wow, some good looking booze there, right? Wonder if they've shot a few classics back in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, or they were involved in mucky little productions. Who knows? Like I said, there's just a plethora of clocks and typewriters and lighting, and could walk around here for about an hour easily. Loads of sections that aren't of too much interest to me. Like I said, lighting and clocks and chronology type stuff. And here is pots and pans and cauldrons. I bet that was owned by a witch or a potion maker. Yeah, I mean, kitchen type stuff, look, some of it new, some of it classic pots, not my kind of thing. A few skulls over there, look. Some people love this kind of stuff, so I'll show you a couple of bits, but It's not really my cup of tea. It breaks too easily, doesn't it? See, look, that's 1,000 baht. In that last place I showed you, it'd be about 100 or 200. Some very unique stuff here, though, look. Yeah, cups, plates, saucers, glassware, vases. Doesn't interest me. Bit of quirky furniture. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I like that. And the obligatory Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola stuff, you have to have it, don't you? With a Thai, right? And I used to call it ta or tata. Classic Japanese robots. They're going to take over the world in the next 10 years anyway, so. Stephen Hawkins was right. Pretentious little sod. AI will take over the world. Look at that, is that coffee? An old coffee machine, look at that. Victoria Arduino. Ooh, I bet that's as rare as rocking horse shit. And just when you think you couldn't get any more kitsch, here he is himself, mate. Zaza Jabor, what's his name? I'm not a Star Wars guy, look. Pretty cool though. Candelabras, glass, candles. That reminds me of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, which reminds me of the child catcher, which scares me half to death. Fishy? Maybe. Attitude. Looks a bit like me. This is the Holy End. To those of you that are religious, God bless you. There she is, look. Camberwell carrot in hand. Oh, Duracell bunny. Mate. I bet he had fun in Patpong, didn't he, back in the day? At it like the Duracell bunny. There's loads of stuff back there, Jake. Ultraman is diving across the bar back there. You should check him out, mate. Oh, look at this. Private little room, look. Hello. Oh, I like that. You could use that. I guess people would use it as a shrine, but you could use that as a little meeting room. This place is often used as a film set as well. People rent out the spaces because they can get all the period stuff here and don't need to take it away anywhere. A lot of African stuff there. Well, that's actually a Punch and Judy set, look. I'm actually looking for a shooting stick today. Shooting stick, a seat, an old-fashioned seat, so if any of you see one, please let me know. Punch and Judy. That's the way to do it. Oh. There's some pretty funky stuff here. If you're a bit of an individual and you don't like everything from IKEA, then come and pay a little bit too much here. That is a cool seat. I want to set up a sound system here in Bangkok. Whoever wants to support me and help set me up, then you need to buy me this pair of speakers first of all. Look, we'll go old school sound system. Look, we've got a little mixing desk there for scratching. Look at that. Wonder what that's from. You've got speakers each side, look. And it says tuba. Wow. Literally stuff everywhere, and there's another soy. I went down the wrong soy last time, and there's a load more stuff there. Need a sound system. Look at that beauty, the old wood. I'll give Coxone a run for their money, hey? This one's never open, which is a shame, because look, it's full of records. But I've never seen it open. Never mind. Do you know what? I could do one of these. A preamp. I actually need one of these. Couple of record players, pretty bog standard. Oh, there's a Geordie up there, look, with Stanley Laurel. Pretty cool. Let's look at the last few bits, shall we? Okay, so this is set up on the clong, so this will be pretty nice, won't it? Okay. Wow, I walked into the 70s again, look back here. Well, that goes straight back out onto the clong. Look, I don't know if snakes can just come up here or what. I don't know. Oh, so I've opened all this up now. This was different. Look at that for a chair. How about that for a rocking chair, mate? Look. That is very, very cool. Have a look at this, Jay. Look.
Oh, that is cool.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Junk garage. Oh, should tell Brian about this. Look, junk garage by Kenya. Okay. We've got everything in here, look, from jewellery to records to glasses to creepy dolls. Oh, Japanese version of Twister, look. Get yourself tied up in a knot. There you go. for all you sadomasochists out there, get, I don't know what it's called. Not sure, mate. Big Man United fan here. Look, signed things by Sir Alex Ferguson, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Mark Hughes, Eric Cantona, Peter Schmeichel, Ryan Giggs, Juan Mata, the Ginger Ninja, Paul Scholes, David Beckham. Some really nice pieces. Look, Tony Adams. Wow. Signed shirts as well, look. Oh. Wow, there's some really Nottingham Forest. Holland. Well, if you want signed memorabilia, this could be the place, couldn't it? Record player. He's got all sorts of stuff here, mate. Signed Arsenal shirts. Gordon Banks signed shirt, look. Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow, he's got an awful lot of decent football memorabilia here as well, you know. I just noticed the pool table lights, look. We've got Miller Time there, and Miller Light over there, look. Very cool. You know, there was once a time when clowns were considered to not be creepy. Why are you pressing his belt button? That's a bit weird, isn't it? Creepy little clown. There you go. That's what Paddy Doyle should use next. He can go a little bit further then and crack some luggage in the side, or have his lady friend there. Pretty cool bike.
And there you have it, folks. Papaya Studio. 4 floors of 4. Sorry, I've done that joke already. 4 floors of curated chaos, vintage dreams, and enough oddities to make a Wes Anderson film look minimalist. It's not just a shop, it's a time machine into another age with a warped sense of humour and an impeccable eye for style. If IKEA, that's right, IKEA, gives you a migraine and sterile showrooms make your soul itch, this place could well be your antidote. Papaya doesn't whisper "buy me," it yells "why not?" while juggling a disco ball covered in jizz, a rotary phone and a flamingo in a top hat. Whether you're hunting for that perfect mid-century chair, a forgotten relic from a parallel universe, or just a bizarre afternoon out of the Bangkok sun, Papaya delivers, my friends. Big, bold, mental, in the best possible way. So until next time, keep wondering, and remember, life's too short for flat pack furniture. Don't forget to click like, and please comment what's your favourite vintage item to collect.